My name's Steve Smith, and I'm a member of Canada Credit Fix. I joined the membership program after a while after I had discovered someone else's credits, like credit mess-ups, were showing up on my credit report, and it was kind of weird because as it turns out, I'm not the only Steve Smith in Canada. Go figure, with a name like mine. I'm not going to be the only one with a Steve Smith. So anyway, I suppose it's maybe my parents' fault. Anyway, and as of course, this other Steve Smith, has really bad credit, so I'm having all these negative effects showing up on my credit, and so I got in contact with Canada Credit Fix, and they contacted all the major credit bureaus, took care of everything that was showing up that was bad, that wasn't my credit reporting, and they took care of everything, had it all done within a couple of weeks. So it was definitely a great job, but definitely appreciate the great work. So just once again want to say thanks, guys. Keep up the great work.
Hi there, I'm Marina. I'm a student at the University of Guelph, and I actually had to join Canada Credit Fix after the HRSDC decided to lose all my personal information and my SIN number and everything. So yeah, but Canada Credit Fix has actually been able to monitor and protect my credit, from identity theft, and essentially guarantee the safety of my credit, which is the most important part to me. And I actually had this little problem show up on my credit report not too long ago, and they were able to fix things immediately for me, which was really, really great, So yeah, thank you so much, Canada Credit Fix, for absolutely everything.
My name is Robert, and I got my membership with Canada Credit Fix after becoming a victim of identity theft last year. Before joining Canada Credit Fix, I had wasted almost 6 months of my time chasing my tail, trying to repair all of my credit myself, and I just got more and more frustrated with just the whole terrible process you have to go through. Canada Credit Fix was able to quickly restore absolutely everything on both of my credit reports, and they also even helped me protect myself from any future identity theft with their identity lock credit monitoring program.
I'm John from Calgary. After my business was forced to close down, I was left with huge unsecured loans and visa payments. I did not want to file bankruptcy, and at the same time, I wanted to repay my debt with the money that I did have available. Canada Credit Fix was able to help me arrange funds and also negotiate a debt settlement within a matter of weeks. I managed to save thousands of dollars and get back on my feet. Thanks, Canada Credit Fix.
Hi there, my name is Corinne and I'm from Edmonton, and I'm part of the Canada Credit Fix's debt settlement program. After my divorce, my ex basically left me with nothing. Well, that's not true. Actually, he left me with all the bills and the debts. And I had absolutely no idea what I was going to do, and I didn't want to file for bankruptcy. And Canada Credit Fix helped me lower my monthly payments and stopped the collectors from harassing me like 10 times a day. And the Credit Lab staff are absolutely awesome, and I can now afford my bills. So thank you, and keep up the good work.
Hey folks, it's John here. About 5 years ago, I ended up with a serious illness. I had lost about 6 months worth of work, and I was literally broke and just tired of trying to catch up. Later, about 3 years ago, I was able to fortunately get everything paid off. I got caught up, and I thought everything was rosy, and so I was back on my feet by then. Recently, however, about 3 or 4 months ago, I went to pull up my credit report, found out that Equifax and TransUnion credit bureaus were still reporting those debts as unpaid. I went to all the creditors, and I went to the credit bureaus, and I couldn't get anybody to help me. Everybody blamed it on everybody else. They said that they had done everything correctly. Finally, I was able to go to Canada Credit Fix, and they were able to cut through the red tape. They helped me remove all the bad information, false information that was on my credit report. Only took a few weeks to make that happen, And so now my credit report is correct and my credit rating is way up there thanks to the folks in the lab over at the Canada Credit Fix. They helped me a lot. Maybe they can help you too.
My name is David and I got my membership with Canada Credit Fix 4 months ago. And 5 years ago I had to file bankruptcy and had tried everything to get back on my feet. No one seemed to want to extend me new credit since I was discharged. And it turns out Canada Credit Fix was able to find errors and mistakes made during the bankruptcy and got them all removed. They've not only made it possible to get new credit, but have also managed to make me feel like a human being once again. Thanks, Canada Credit Fix, so much.
Jeff, and I am a member of Canada Credit Fix for 1 year so far. I joined their services after I got laid off. All of my creditors were harassing me and threatening to sue me. No one understood my situation. I started my new job and I just needed some time to get caught up. Canada Credit Fix was able to negotiate my debt payments into half of what I was originally paying and stop the collectors from harassing me. Thanks for all your help. I would recommend your services to anyone.
Hi, my name's Joe and I'm a current member of Canada Credit Fix and have been for the last 2 years. I joined them for their credit monitoring program because as a builder, I rely on my credit rating and my credit score. If God forbid something happened to my credit, I'd be out of business in minutes. Last year, Canada Credit Fix was able to detect and block an intrusion attempt on my credit report. Thanks to Canada Credit Fix, no one was able to get credit using my information, and they were able to attach a fraud warning on my credit report.
My name is Janice and I became a member of Canada Credit Fix in May. You know, I was applying for a car loan when I discovered that there was a collection from Rogers Cellular on my credit report for $2,200. And the weirdest part was that I've never even had a cell phone with Rogers Wireless. So I ended up calling the company to fix their error, and that's when I found out that they'd sold the collection to a third-party agency. So I called Equifax and I couldn't even get a real person on the phone to help me. Canada Credit Fix was able to get the mistake removed in less than 3 weeks, and they helped the dealership arrange my car loan. So just wanted to say thanks so much for the fast service, guys.
My name is Mike, and I'm a member of Canada Credit Fix. Believe it or not, I proudly have perfect credit, and always have. In my line of work, credit protection is the most important thing, and it's imperative that my credit report remains error-free. Canada Credit Fix can monitor and protect my credit 7 days a week and let me know if there is any problem. The fact is, they know a heck of a lot more about credit than I do, and I already have a job. For a small monthly fee, I don't need to worry about anything.
My name's Troy, and I've been a member of Canada Credit Fix since January. I actually joined Canada Credit Fix because I was frustrated with having a low credit score. I have perfect credit and a great job making great money, but for some weird reason my credit score did not match my credit report. Canada Credit Fix was able to correct the reporting and help to increase my credit score and has been able to help keep it where it belongs, which is great. I want to say thank you guys and keep up the good work.
Hi, my name is Maggie
awesome.
and I first got my membership with Canada Credit Fix in July when I noticed that I had mistakes on my Equifax and TransUnion credit reports. I was frustrated when I got turned down for a mortgage and it wasn't even my fault. Canada Credit Fix was able to help me repair all those errors and get my credit score back up in less than 60 days. I now have my mortgage and my brand new home, and that's all thanks to Canada Credit Fix. Keep up the great work.